Hello, my beautiful ladies. How are you doing? So today I'm going to introduce you to the tummy tuck series number 2. Okay? We're going to focus on the deep core muscles, which is involving the abdominals, six packs. So you know the muscles that you have that six packs, and everybody has it. Okay? Sometimes it's a little bit hidden, but it's there. And underneath the six packs, we have the inner core, deep core, which is obviously the diaphragm. So whatever the muscles that is happening with your breathing, the rib cage muscles, also the pelvic floor. Not sure if you know where is the pelvic floor, but basically it's right at the bottom, and that helps to keep everything inside. So these are all the important muscles that it's actually helping not just to stabilize your trunk, not just to help with the posture, keep you strong, but also to get that nice and flat tummy. Because if you're just working on your six packs, there is still muscles underneath it. So let's get into it. All that you're going to need today is a mat and yourself. Let's lie down on the ground, make yourself nice and comfortable, okay? So once you lie down on the ground and making yourself nice and comfortable, let's focus on your breathing. We started to do this from the first series as well. If you remember that you're trying to breathe into the tummy and then breathe out from your tummy. So imagine, find your belly button. I want you to push your belly button up to the ceiling as you breathe in, and then pushing it back down like you really want to touch your spine. So once you have this imagination, I'm a really visual person if you have figured it out or no. But once you have this imagination of whatever suits you better, but think about really making a big balloon and then burst the balloon, making a big balloon and then burst the balloon. And today the breathing can be a little bit more dynamic, so we're warming up the diaphragm as well. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Good 10 to 15 times. Once you have that, you can place one hand to the top of your chest, the other one to the tummy. And now we're going to try to breathe into your chest. So breathe in, expand the chest, and then exhale, push your breath down and breathe out through the tummy muscles. So regarding that, breathe in, expanding your chest, feel how is your rib cage opening up, and as you exhale, imagine you sending your breath down to your tummy and squeeze it out with your stomach muscles. If you want, you can do it in a seated way as well. So you're breathing in, breathing out, and you're really trying to squeeze everything out, really activate that stomach muscles, okay? Now, good 10 to 15 times. So now we activated the ribcage to diaphragm, now we activated the deep core muscles, abdominals, pelvic floor. Pelvic floor is a little bit more difficult. Some of us can't really activate it, which is fine. But imagine, even if you are seated or lying down, whatever suits you better, you have a little marble ball in front of you. Or you really need to pee. And if you really need to pee and you squeeze into that muscles, that's your pelvic floor. So whatever suits you better, again with your imagination. If you're using the marble ball, imagine as you breathe in, you suck that marble ball into you, you breathe out, you let it out. Inhale, suck it in, exhale, let it out. If you're thinking about you really need to pee, squeeze onto it, hold onto it, and then you actually arrive to the toilet and you let it out. We all know that feeling, yeah? Again, good 10 to 15 times, really focusing on your breathing and on the actual muscles. You might be able to actually activate it, you might not. Take your time, okay? Once we've done this bit of breathing exercises with the right core muscle activation, I want you to focus on your spine muscles. So the spine muscles, obviously, that it's right next to the muscles, right next to your spine. It's important to activate them, it's important to mobilize them. Why? Because you have the spine, obviously the vertebra, right next to the muscles can get really tight. And once it's getting really tight, that's when the whole body is kind of jamming up, getting really tight, and you're probably experiencing lower back issues. So how is that? I want you to come into the all fours position. So hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath your hips, exactly in line with the hands. Once you have that, from here, breathe in. Suck your stomach in, round yourself as much as you can. Chin coming to the chest, and as you exhale, reverse. Inhale, bring it in. So even you rotating your hips under, find your pubic bone, pull your pubic bone up to the belly button, and then you push your hips back, you reverse. Again, good, 10 to 15 times, okay? So really try to round yourself and then reverse. Focusing that you're moving on your core, your arms shouldn't be doing anything at all. Once you're done, do 10 to 15 reps, coming back down to the ground and be rolling side to side. That was actually in your first series as well. So once you're rolling side to side, I want you to lie down on your back, palms facing up, arms into that V position, both legs coming up, and from here you roll all the way down, nice and easy. And once we've done that, we're coming all the way to the opposite side. And today I got the space for myself to go all the way down, okay? So it's okay if your shoulders, so that's the issue. Like if you feel that you are too tight and your shoulders are lifting up, absolutely fine, okay? The main important thing that you're using your trunk to pull your knees back and then all the way to the opposite side. You can do a good 6, 8 or 10 reps. After the spine mobilization and this core warm up, we're going to go for your dead bugs. So if you remember from your first video, you find your pubic bone, you pull it up to your belly button. So you're rotating your hips under. You're going to lift both legs up and both arms up, relaxing with the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, reach one hand, opposite leg. Exhale, pull it back, and then to the opposite side. And then pull it back. So inhale, we reach. Exhale, we pull. Really important, lower back stays on the ground. Okay? And make sure that your tummy is engaged. But don't forget to breathe. Really important to breathe. Now, this one you can do a good 14, 16, up to 20 reps. Okay? 20 reps when you do both sides. Now, once we're done with this, I want you to focus on the actual six packs, okay? Most of people think regarding the six packs, they can really work with it with some crunches and sit-ups. Plank is one of the best exercises to work on your six packs and the whole trunk forward and backward. So we're gonna come into plank position. Regarding your plank position, coming down to your elbows. Stop first. You're going to set up your all fours. From here, I want you to bring the elbow right down where is your actual hand, and your palm's going to face down, okay? And the opposite hand as well. Make sure that the arms are parallel with each other. Now, from here, we're going to extend one leg, and then you lock it in. Both hip bones, find your hip bones facing down to the ground, and the opposite leg extend. Now, if you feel this is too much and you're starting to arch like this, please drop it down to the knees. Once you're down on your knees, find your pubic bone, rotate your hips under and pinch the shoulder blades together. Okay? So we're not pushing out like this. Make sure that your eye gaze staying right between the hands. Pinch the shoulder blades together, tuck it under. So the main important thing with the plank, everybody can hold it for quite a long time if they do it in long. But I want you to focus on, grab your hips, rotate it under. Once you have that rotation, and I'm pinching the shoulder blades together, you could actually keep yourself in a really nice and straight line, focusing on your back, focusing on the front. Do it 3 times. Try to hold it from 10 to 30 seconds. First one, just get into it. Just find the right way. Where is your hips? Where is your shoulder blades? Where is my eye gaze? Try to focusing on the right muscles. If you do it right, you feel it here. If you do it wrong, you feel your shoulders. You obviously feel the shoulders a little bit, but you should feel your tummy is working. And the second round, you're holding it. I want you to add your breathing. You're going to breathe in through the nose. Side of the ribcage, you breathe out through the mouth, really focusing to squeeze onto your stomach muscles. That will give that extra pressure to your abdominals. So basically, once you have this set up, you inhale and then exhale, squeeze. Squeeze everything out, really feel that balloon is bursting over here. Trust me, that 6 packs is going to be really activated and worked out if you do it right. On the third time you're holding it, try to focus on your breathing, on your abdominals and the pelvic floor muscles as well. Exactly the same how we did it in the warm-up. Okay? So you breathe in, breathe out, and then you're squeezing it here as well. Once you've done this plank series, to give yourself a bit of rest with the upper body, because as I said, you're sure you're going to feel in the upper body, but that's always good to work a little bit on the shoulders, yeah? You're going to come down to your pelvic floor muscles, okay? Regarding the pelvic floor muscles, you can stay seated or you can lie down. I'm going to stay seated. From here, make sure that your back is nice and straight. So let's focus on that posture and push your boobies out. If you're lying down, obviously that's going to stay straight. Feet are like hip width apart, okay? And what I want you to focus on, try to squeeze your knees together. I'm directly not using any pillow or anything like that, because I want you to focus on your knees. Once you're focusing to squeeze those knees together, squeeze it from your pelvic floor. So not just from your inner thighs. Obviously the inner thighs are going to work, but I want you to focus your pelvic floor. So breathe in, nice and easy. Breathe out, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. If you're actually using a pillow, then you're going to put your attention onto that pillow more than the actual muscles. That's why I'm directly not using it today, okay? So, but if you feel you're not necessarily be able to engage the right muscles, then please add the pillow right between the knees, okay? But if you can, without the pillow. And again, you can do it a good 10, 15 times, okay? Once we're done with that, we're moving down to the plank again, okay? Because we're going to add now these two together. So the 6 packs, the abdominals, the deep core, part 3, and the pelvic floor. How it's going to look like. So you're coming back into that plank position, down to the elbows, okay? You got 2 options. You stay on your tippy toes or you're dropping down to the knees. And we're going to go and tap out and in. So from here, inhale, tap out, exhale. I want you to tap all the way in without moving with your hip bones. Squeeze onto your pelvic. So inhale, tap out, doesn't have to be wide. Exhale, squeeze. If you are up on the tippy toes, it's exactly the same. Breathe in, tap, breathe out. Now, if you feel it's quite challenging on your quads, drop the knee down. It's not about the legs activation, and if your core is getting a bit tired now or it's a bit weak, your legs tend to overtake it. Drop it down to the knees and focusing inner thighs, pelvic, abdominals. Okay, make sure that you're not arching. Make sure your hips is rotated under, pinching the shoulder blades together, just how you did it in the plank. You can do 6, maximum 12 reps on one side. Take a bit of rest if you need, and then you do exactly the same to the opposite side. Once you've done that, you're coming down to your back again. Lie down on your back, your knees are going to be lifted up, your hands behind, and you're going to bring your chest up and try to squeeze the knees and the elbows together for like breathe in, breathe out. So inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Now once you squeeze, try not to focus legs and elbow. Try not to focus that you're squeezing this together. Focus, you're squeezing from here. Okay? You can do it a good 10 times. Now going all the way down, I want you to stay up all the time so we're not putting too much pressure on the lower back. Okay? If you feel that obviously your neck is getting challenging, just do 6 times and really use your hand to support. That's why your hands is there. Now, my darling babies, once you're actually done with these exercises, all what I want you to do, extend the legs, extend the arms, and try to reach in both directions. So really lengthen the whole body, the whole spine. Once you've done that, your arms coming down in T position, lifting one leg up, and then nice and easy rotate all the way to one side. You can keep the knee bended. From here, coming all the way to the center and to the opposite side. So nice and easy rotation just side to side, okay? You can do a good 6 times on one side, 6 times to the opposite side. Now, you can do this a good 2-3 rounds. If you start with 1 round and you're activating the right muscles, trust me, you will feel it. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for your next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.